Hello, hello. I'm realizing I forgot. I forgot the tracker. Always after I hit go live. Okay, hold on. Let me test the audio. Test, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so I muted OBS and not the thing I needed to mute. Hold on. Test, 1, 2, 1, 2. Maybe the game's even a little too quiet? Test, 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm just gonna do that, and we're gonna assume that that's okay. Nope, now it sounds too quiet. I can't make up my frickin' mind. First? You are first. How are you? Oh shit, thank you for following. Payunk. Pi? We'll just go with Pi. Is that right? I'm good. Gabriel? Okay, sure. How's the audio sound, Gabriel? I'm good? Okay, that's all I needed to hear. Thank you for your help. I maybe went live without putting the tracker on the screen, so it's a little loud. Okay, I can turn it down a bit. Let's go like this. Good? Okay, let's go, perfect, sick. Thank you so much. Honestly, that's like the hardest thing about getting everything set up is the audio, because it's just a disaster. Okay, bear with me for one moment. I'm just going to see if I can't get the I want to do window capture. Just call it that. Okay. I think here's what we're gonna do. Technically, this overlaps with chat. But that's okay. Tiny chat. Let me peek how this looks. It's a little scuffed, but oh my god, Blair, hi, hello, hi, I'm your biggest fan. Oh my god. I think this layout looks acceptable. I think I'm pretty much good to go. Where's Subway Surfers? You know, I was just thinking I don't have a spot for that. Okay, Everything looks good on this end. All right, one or two more things to quickly get set up, and then we're gaming TM. This stream I wanted to try popping chat out, which I know you can do. There we go. That way I can respond to messages faster. And yeah, I think that's it. Can you tell I'm running a little bit late? And it was absolutely not because I was playing Pokemon. I didn't want to stop. Okay. I finished what I was doing though. I have so many freaking tabs open. It's this one. This is the one I want to open. It's already connected. That's good. No, I absolutely would never do something like that. Never. What a waste of time. What a waste of very specifically 89 hours and 45 minutes. Oh. Okay. I feel like I'm still forgetting something, but who cares? Who cares? Okay, me, I care. I may have forgotten the sound alerts thing. Alright, go here. Shut this off. Add a command. Archipelago. Archipelago is a program that lets you randomize multiple games together into one big multi-world random. It's super fun, so give it a try here. Sorry, I care maybe slightly too much about accrediting like what I'm using. So I just want to get this set up. Okay, that should be working now. Go ahead and try typing !AP or Archipelago. Archipelago. Yep. Alright, that seems like it is working. Okay, very last thing. Promise. Go here. Live now, not late. Yippee. The mod in fighting is so funny. W's in chat for starting on time. Yeah. No, Windows, why would you forsake me? Oh, it just did that. It did that thing that Windows likes to do when you shake a little window and it minimizes everything else. Okay, then I go here. And then the tracker. Okay. Alright, I should have done that before stream, but I was already late, so tis what it is. We're playing the video game. Allegedly. Successful connection. Um, did did we? Um, how do I? Oh yeah. All right, let's see if this works.
What are you doing?
Yippee! It is working. All right. And vanilla starting world. That is randomized, but it's, I guess, randomized now to be in the right spot. And starting with Deadbird Studio Time Rift. Long time rift, but that's okay. Lots of checks here. So so Act Randomizer is on Insanity, meaning that everything is randomized. Like all the levels are randomized amongst each other. There's a timepiece. No, it's not a speed run. There's no timer on the screen. It's all scuffed. The layout is scuffed, but you know what? That's the brand. Each of these map collectibles here are checks. So even though this is just like one of the, basically a bonus level, it does still have lots of checks in it because of those maps. And then you can see on the left there, I got 25 pawns. Add the timer in post. No, I'm good at this game, but I'm not speedrun good. Another timepiece. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that's important in regards to, I guess, what's randomized. Oh, so there's also traps. 10% of junk traps are, sorry, yeah, 10% of junk checks are traps. This one gives me screwy controls. Oh! I didn't even see it. So I guess that's important to note. I also bonk off of walls with it. It'll go away after a little bit. I turned traps on because I thought it would be funny. This also makes it very hard for the... Oh god. I can't get that item over there because I don't have the brewing hat. There we go, it's gone. I can get this though, that's a timepiece. These little pawns that I'm collecting here just unlock the next area of this level, so it's not like imperative that I get them all. These I should get though. Yarn is good, yarn's how I unlock hats. Takes a random amount of yarn between, I think, 4 and 8 to unlock another hat, and which hat I unlock is random. Also, I saw somebody do this in a speedrun yesterday. You can, like, hit the loading zone here from underneath, I think. Well, not if you're bad at the game. Yeah, I watched the streamer we raided last time do a 110% speed run of the game, which is crazy. And she got world record by, I think, 5 hours technically. It's cause 100, yeah, 110% is it's hard to finish in 100%, 110% speed run in the first place, let alone do it quickly. Also, these owls are very forgetful. No! I think you are allowed to use some mods for a speed run, but mostly just like aesthetic stuff. Pretty sure the thing is in the next area. Where's the Miku Hack Kid mod? Not compatible with the version of the game you have to be on for the Archipelago mod. I have looked. But yeah, I was late because I was perhaps on the tail end of finishing up my quote-unquote living decks in Pokemon Emerald. The reason why there's quotes there is because... Oh, projectile badge. Cool. Is because you can't get a living dex with just Pokemon Emerald. You need a few other things. Well, you can with glitches and stuff, but the kind of glitches that I was okay with using aren't like put the Pokemon in your inventory glitches. So. Random cosmetic. Let's go. But yeah, it was an interesting experience. I think the most annoying um one to get was probably Feebas. I guess Milotic, technically, because you need a Feebas to get a Milotic, but evolving Feebas isn't hard. You just put blueberries into the thingy, Pokeblock maker. Got Welcome to Mafia Town and Murder on the Owl Express. Welcome to Mafia Town has more checks, so we'll do that. No, the evolution wasn't even that bad. You just make Pokeblocks and then, yeah. Oh, 1 second. Making Pokeblocks isn't that bad. Sorry about that. That's gonna happen when streaming on the weekend. Oh, this did not just crash, did it? Um, why is the pause menu up? Okay, there we go. Just set in the RNG, yeah. You're saying it like it is. Why are we lagging so bad here? Oh, because my CPU is having issues. Okay, we can turn some stuff down. I've never streamed this game before, so... Did that help? That did not help. I don't understand why... Oh, that dropped it big time. That's at 46% CPU usage. And then this skyrockets it to 52%. Okay. Okay. It's stable. All right, okay. We're good. We're good. Whoops. Anyways. Timepiece. Timepieces are just our MacGuffins for this. Still on world record phase. Yeah, most issues in one stream. That's the world record I'm going for. Like eyeing my CPU levels. Okay. Seems fine. Let me pay attention to the video game. Guess next upgrade I'd be getting for my computer, CPU and RAM upgrade. Let's go check out our shop.
Hi there, young one. You may call me.
No, I have not seen that. Timepiece? Question mark? Well, oh, this is a trap. That's fake. That's a ripoff. I need that. That's a trap. Yarn is good. Let's save up for the... Well, I don't need the zip line now, so let's take the yarn. Now, that is accurate. You think they'll make a page for me on speedrun.com for that one? Zip line. Starting to suspect that Alpine might be an early level, because we're getting a lot of checks for it. Junk. Bonk. Your connections. We can save this guy from getting bullied. Oh yeah, we don't have any weapons, by the way. This is the only attack we have right now. Oh, I see. That is how that works. Okay, my CPU is chilling out, so I'm just gonna pop this back up. Okay, it really doesn't like me tabbing out, which is bad. Okay, for some reason that seems like it fixes things. Although it's still jittering a little bit, but whatever, it's fine. Dang, it's not like my computer's even, like, bad. If I tried, like, borderless full screen, I was having issues with it earlier, but let's give it a try. Let's give it a second to get its bearings. Oh man. Okay, here we go. It'll figure itself out in a bit. Maybe. At some point in the future, I am gonna do a bigger, like, multi-world AP. But for now, I figured I'd just do one that I'm comfortable with. I can probably finish in, like, one go. Hit him with that combo. Relic, that's good. Relics open up more levels, as do timepieces. No, but yeah, the Pokeblocks, like, were not an issue for me at all. Oh, they are not minimum wage employees. Actually, I'm saying that like I don't know, like I know what the Mafia's, like, wages are. You think Mafia Town has livable wages? You know, somehow you might be right about that. Oh, do they now? Another timepiece. So many. It's crazy when you're doing, like, just one game in AP and you're not getting junk items all the time. It's like a whole different experience. So many timepieces already. Wait, if your uncle marries into the Mafia, does that not make you Mafia as well? Actually, maybe don't answer that. Blue crayon. And we do want to get the pawns because purchasing goods and services is quite important in a run like this. There's another timepiece up there. I have hints set to 5%. I actually wanted to set it to 10, but oh great. But I forbore to change it. tried to ban him while you could. Weren't you modded after him? Oh boy, Junk, my favorite. There are two other kinds of traps. One makes it so that there's a parade following you, and they deal damage. If you've played Mario Galaxy, think like the Shadow clones. There's one more trap as well, but I am blanking right now on what it does. But I'm sure it's very funny and extremely humorous. The trap that makes you forget about traps, couldn't be a trap like that in this game. I'd know about it. Okay, will I remember where all the green tickets are for once? I think there's 6 of them? Oh my gosh, I did. I always forget and have to check. Alright, we got more money! Yippee! If they made a Mario game like this, I mean, this game is based on, or takes heavy inspiration from Super Mario Sunshine. You can definitely tell in this level, but in other levels it really does its own thing. The worst Mario? I think it's maybe the worst 3D Mario. I'm gonna go over here and get this money as well. Once we get into Nyakuza Metro, we'll absolutely need the money. There's like a bunch of shops there. You liked Sunshine? I don't know, man. I don't know. I might be a Sunshine hater. Cat Yakuza? I literally, actually, yes. That is what it is. Yarn. You like me struggling to try and pronounce the friggin' name. The Nether. Where is this pointing me right now? Oh, it's pointing me up to the... That's right, I could have gotten this earlier. There's a relic over there. It's good to keep in mind for later. I can't get it right now. Pawns. I believe that's the last check I can do here outside of just beating the level. I also 100% it as a child, but I did not enjoy that experience much. Alright. I got the no bonk badge from what would normally give you the umbrella, which is like the main weapon in the game. Uh, I the no bonk badge is nice, but it's not worth equipping a lot of the time over other stuff. Okay. I do have access to another world, but I want to continue getting these Sphere Zero checks out of the way. Murder on the Owl Express is A level. Honestly, it's a level that I can't actually do that much in.
But if you had a pet, what do you think the name of your pet's childhood pet would be? Ooh.
More money. Ooh. Oh yeah, speaking of Mario.
Wait! Don't come in here! I lost my contact lens somewhere. Please don't step on it. I can't move out of the way. I might step on it myself.
TTYD mentioned. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Lee, we'll...
I wonder who voices Caw. I know who voices the conductor, because that's Xander Mobus. And I know who voices the owls, because I'm pretty sure that's ProZD. But I don't know who voices Caw.
Gotcha.
Oh wait, no, I do want to go to this area first. Dude, I think if I were to ever play Skyrim, I think I would play it on the Amazon Alexa. Like, why experience it on anything else? That's the console it was basically made for. I think that was Todd Howard's original dream. It's like a director's cut type deal. Okay, we'll pick this up, I guess. Ty Konzak. Well, he does a good job going, ooh, ooh.
One, two, presto!
My Samsung fridge doesn't have the specs to run it, unfortunately. Oh, I didn't grab the key already, right? I don't know why I always come this way first. I believe you. I believe you 100%. Also, we just got the brewing hat, so we can get in here. Honestly, it's a miracle, not a miracle, but it's strange to me that I haven't actually played any of the Elder Scrolls games. They seem totally up my alley. I just never got around. Play Morrowind, then Oblivion, then stop. But what about critically acclaimed game by director Todd Howard's Skyrim? But they are not. I think that's kind of what I'm worried about. Oh, there's nothing in here for me. Can I just jump back up here? No, I probably need to go around. You know, somehow it has never registered for me that there's a guy up there because I always just jump around him. Boop. To be honest with you though, like games that have open worlds are not usually my cup of tea. There are exceptions to that, but like, I don't know, if the open world feels like superfluous to the experience, then I often will straight up just not want to play the game because it doesn't feel like they're doing anything with the open world, and the open world ends up ruining things for me. Not always the case, but very often. Okay. That makes total sense to me, but oh my gosh, one sec. Oh, this is why I didn't want to do borderless. Because it prioritizes itself on top of everything else. Okay, it's gonna freak out for a second here. Yeah, it's just freaking out a little bit as it adjusts to being full screen again. Yeah, and that's kind of the thing. Like, that's also why something like, I'm gonna use the Sonic example. Wow, the Sonic fan brings up the Sonic example. Wow, wow. But like, that's why I don't really like the open zones and frontiers. They feel kind of aimless, and it's fun to run around a big open area like that, but like For what? At the expense of the more like the more traditional boost formula levels being like some of the worst feeling and reusing assets. The open zones are cool and all, but I don't know. I feel like if Sonic wants to do the open zone thing, they either need to do it more similarly to Shadow Generations, where that game's hub world is the open zone, and all the levels are fantastic. They're some of the best levels in the whole series, in my opinion. And the stuff that you collect in that hub world are like genuinely just collectibles. But you need to explore it in order to try out your new abilities, and it's a big playground for all those new abilities. Which is why I literally say I think the best open zone in Sonic Frontiers is the hub world in Shadow Generations. But oh, I did not hit the button. Oh. One moment. This is why I don't usually stream on weekends unless I have the place to myself. I do need to set this back to borderless window. Well, full screen? I don't know. This is being very strange right now. What is my hotkey for muting and unmuting my mic? Just so I don't have to tab out every time. Control 0, okay. Okay. Do it. I'd watch that. I gotta play it first, but I'd watch that. Give me an excuse to finally actually play it. Like, why does that not work? So strange. My keyboard is doing the thing where the Windows key isn't working anymore, and I forget how to fix it. Still need to finish Replicant. I know they're in the same series, but I don't know anything about Replicant. Is it similar to Automata at all? Or Automata, or however you say it?
Gotcha.
I knew this. Though not quite identical. Oh, I see. Trying to think of an equivalent, something else that's kind of like similar but not
Yeah.
identical. I've not played that. That game doesn't have Sonic the Hedgehog in it, so I can't play it. Toy Logic. Isn't Platinum going under? Isn't that a thing that's happening? It's not true? Oh. I thought I heard about it at some point. What am I thinking of then? Oh, I see. Ah. Well, that I have an equivalent to because the Persona series does that kind of thing, and I have a lot of experience with that series. Not the 10,000 years later, but like the thing where it's like, it's technically a sequel, but not really. Stuff from previous games gets mentioned. But like not events from previous games, really. Can I hit this with the brewing hat? I can. Okay, well. I can't believe that you guys would spread information on the misinformation on the internet. Timepiece. I would never do something like that. Go on the internet and spread lies? Nobody would do that. Not in a million years. That's kind of the same thing as going under. Okay, well I can't do illness completely. I can do gallery though. So what I'm looking for right now is the hookshot badge or the hookshot badge, yarn, entrance to Nyakuza. Timepieces, and that's about it. One of these days, maybe I'll just randomly unmod somebody for like 30 seconds and just see how that goes. See if anybody notices. See how long it takes for someone to ban them. Play mouse and keyboard? No, because I'm not a crazy person like you, Cam. I'm not insane. Also, how are you doing? I hope you're good. But you're also crazy for playing this game on mouse and keyboard. Yes, several times in fact I called her crazy. I am sexiest. What do you think he's selling? You did beat the game, that's true. Sexist? No, I don't know what that is. But I am sexiest. You wanna know what the funny thing is? Technically speaking, a combination of controller and mouse and keyboard is the optimal way to play the game, because selecting levels is faster with the mouse. But I think there are tricks you can't do on keyboard because you don't have the same range of movement. Hello, random giant whale. I don't think you're supposed to be over there. I've never seen him fly that close. I almost got bullied. The stage is so cool. So these stages are based on like the Mario Sunshine floodless secret stages. And I genuinely love these stages. They're very cool. I agree. Well, she's a good person to watch stream considering she's the fucking world record holder for most of the categories, if memory serves. I'm one timepiece away from getting in there. I can't get over here without one hat. I think I might be able to get into... Nope. There's probably more checks I can do in Mafia Town now that I have. Brewing hat. There's at least one. So that one probably has something important, and then I'm going to start hinting for stuff. Yo, we got the Wario colors going on right now. Yarn? Okay, we can get this now as well. There's a contract for subcon. Now you might be wondering, what's subcon? Well, you see. 6. Damn, it deleted all of his messages too. I didn't mean for that to happen. Damn, 10 minutes is kind of crazy. I guess go get a snack. I, by the way, the options it gave me were 1 second and 10 minutes. And I was like, I'm just gonna click timeout and maybe it'll give me more options. Nope, automatic 10 minutes. And all the messages deleted. Yeah. Prank gone wrong? Trying to think what else I can do. Yeah, I didn't know it deleted all the messages either for like a timeout. I thought like a ban. I knew that did, but a timeout is kind of crazy. I'm not even in the Discord call, and I can hear Blair being like, "He timed me out." Anyway, sorry, shouldn't be speaking ill of the dead.
Well,
I'm trying to think what other checks I can do right now. I have to tab out for a second. Don't crash, don't crash. Oh, apparently I have access to Alpine? Come on, game. Alright. I don't have any relics. I can go over here, but there's nothing for me to do over here. How do I have access to Alpine? Oh. I don't think I went back in here, actually. You communed with him and he says, Anthony says hi. Tell him to tell Anthony that I say hi. And then I'll be really, really, really upset with him if he doesn't tell Anthony that I say hi. Or... Wait. I fear I may be stupid. Okay. I have access to Alpine from here. I just can't do much in this level. And while this is loading in, let's go ahead and hint for Hookshot badge at Bon Voyage in Time Rift Mafia of Cooks. Okay, so I'm gonna need relics. Specifically, I need the burger cushion. Not me not knowing how to spell cushion. Burger cushion is at... Oh, it's gotta be relic burger cushion. My bad. At Sleepy Subcon page near Wrecking Ball. Oh my gosh, it's in Sleepy Subcon. Okay. Hint. I thought about it, I won't lie. Okay, so it's in Sleepy Subcon, which is at Time Rift Gallery. Okay. Yeah, now that I know that it's 10 minutes, I can't be doing that all willy-nilly. Like a 2-minute is a funny joke. A 10-minute is like an actual inconvenience. 1 second timeout? No, I don't want to delete all the messages. It'll make it seem like I'm talking to myself even more than I already am. So yeah, this is like the last part of this level that you're normally supposed to do, and we're doing it first. Is the horn not up here in this version of the level? Also, if you're wondering if I decided before I said subcon that I'd be timing out somebody if they said subcon these nuts, that is true. I did decide it before I said what I said. I was like, I'm gonna say this, and then the first person to say subcon these nuts is getting timed out. Now, some people might say that that's entrapment, and they have a very good understanding of what that word means, I think. It's pawns! Blessed with self-control. Okay, well I can't do anything with that, so... What?
Have you...
What? You can time each other out? Oh god. No way it removed his mod proofs. No, dude. The bullying. The bullying. I'm gonna wait the 10 seconds and then remod him. Actually, I'm gonna BRB first. do genuinely feel kind of bad. I can acknowledge that it's funny, but also feel bad. I think that's allowed. Channel warning, by the way, doesn't like do anything from my understanding. It's just a thing that mods can send. Twist is gonna arrest you. Not if they can't catch you. I'm actually kind of stuck right now. Okay, thinking about what I have access to. I can't do anything in illness. Time Rift Gallery is done. Time Rift Village is done. I guess I have access to this now, right? The bullying is crazy. The bullying is crazy. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, and this is Sleepy Subcon. Perfect. So we're gonna get one of the cushions here, one of the burgers here, which we know leads to our hookshot. What? What? Hack it, please! There we go. Now I just gotta find the other one as well. Okay, apparently the wire does damage. Actually, very much don't want to die in this level. More yarn. One more yarn and we get a hat. But which will it be? I just jumped right off the ledge. Well, not my smartest play. So, I already have my team for Coliseum and Fire Red picked out, but I want to hear what you guys think I should use, keeping in mind that I try to use Pokemon that I've never used before in these playthroughs. Leaf Green, sorry, not Fire Red. I'm so used to playing Fire Red that I have forgotten that I will be playing Leaf Green this go around. Oh, alright, have a good one. Oh, a badge pin. Thanks for tuning in. Like I said, never feel like you're obligated to do so, but I always appreciate it. Always evolutions. Okay. I have used evolutions on these playthroughs before, but I actually haven't used most evolutions previously. In Yellow, I used Jolteon. In Crystal, I used Espeon, which was super cool. In Emerald, I did not use an evolution. In Brilliant Diamond, I'm choking, what the heck? In Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, I don't think I used an evolution in that one either. I suck, what the hell? I thought I was good at this game. What happened? Alright, I'll try this time. They got worse. Yeah. Like the original trio. My first ever playthrough of Pokemon Y, which was my first Pokemon game, I used the Sylveon. And not gonna lie, when I do my replay of Y, I might still use a Sylveon. I might break my own rules a little bit. I do genuinely just really like Sylveon a lot. Plus, I think using an evolution, like a different evolution throughout multiple games in the series is kind of fun. Anyways, even if I've used them before. Because, like, I set up my own rules for these playthroughs, and it's not like I can't make adjustments or anything. I don't know if when I do a Sword and Shield playthrough if I'll use an evolution. When I do a Sword and Shield replay, I gotta, like, actually use one of the starters, because that's the only Pokemon game where on a first playthrough I ditched the starter. I didn't use any of them. I replaced my Sobble with Wooper. And deadass, it was an upgrade. Okay, well, no wonder I fell off here. Can the camera zoom out, please? Thank you. Mods, interrupt him. Interrupt him during his stream. Hell yes. Didn't like any other sort. Yeah, they're just kind of like. I liked Sobble, but like, I don't know. The other ones didn't really do anything at all for me. I didn't really hate any of their first evolutions. I really don't like the direction that Score Bunnies went in, even if I think they did a good job with the like they genuinely did a pretty good job with the soccer theming. Just not a theming that I'm particularly interested in. I do like Rillaboom. So it was cool, by the way. Twitch like highlighted that person's chat message telling me that they were like a possible, like possibly a person that's avoiding like their bans, which is cool that it does that. But yeah, Sword and Shield is It's not my favorite Pokemon game. In fact, they're my least favorite. I do feel like there's a lot they did right and a lot of really good ideas. But like, oh man, they dropped the ball in so many ways. We're like talking about useless feeling open areas. The wild area absolutely feels like that to me. And fuck, the entire back half of that game is so entirely unfinished. In such like a shameless, obvious way. I hate it. Like, I think the idea of there being like a dungeon slash gym that is linked to an entire town is really cool. But one, Sun and Moon kind of already did that, and two, like, oh, can I even do this level? Two, like, that shit was just a hallway in Sun and Moon. A hallway with a bunch of battles in a row. Wow, how original. I wonder if a hallway with a bunch of battles in a row will show up again later. Oh, no, no, no. You see, team whatever they are, Yell, not Team Yell, the one guy has, you're going after the main antagonist in like this big tower that you tried to get into for super long, and then it's just an elevator with a bunch of battles in a row. Wow, how interesting. I think I could probably do this out of logic. Just a waste. Just a waste of potential. And not to mention that game's plot just happens entirely off screen for the most part. Like some shit, like they're like, wow, Pokemon are Dynamaxing everywhere, but don't worry about it. Leon will handle it. Like what? I want to worry about it. That sounds very cool. Or at the very least I'd like to see it, or see Leon handle it, or something. Nope, they just tell us he handled it. They're like, okay, this might as well not have been happening at all. I agree. I think, I don't want that to be like a consistent thing with Pokemon, but for Sword and Shield, I think that was a really cool direction to take it. And I like that the Elite Four, quote unquote, is basically just like a tournament setting. But, like, I don't know. They could have done more. The sport theming was good though, and Cinderace actually really works with that theming too. Kind of feels like the one that they might have designed first, but I mean, do more or do less. Don't try to do more and then like not go all the way with it. Like, I think maybe that's why Pal World to a lot of people felt really good. Like I didn't care too much about Pal World, but to a lot of people I think it felt really good because it had an idea, right? It was Rust with Pokemon, right? They full committed to it. A lot of people really like that. They also full committed to plagiarism, but we don't. But that's besides the point. And then Nintendo sued them for something stupid instead of the like actual plagiarism that was probably happening. Plagiarism, yeah. I mean, fucking. Wonder if it's frustrating because like we give Game Freak and the Pokemon Company a whole bunch of shit, but like genuinely, like what other Pokemon-like game like scratches the same itch, you know? There's the ice hat. Very nice. Nice hat. Perhaps? Haven't had any reason to improve in 30 years. Yeah, but they have in some ways. They're just like ways where you're like, cool improvement. Why do the menus run like shit now? It's like, okay, it's open world. Awesome. Performance is terrible. Why? Customization is now a thing. Oh, awesome. We've added more customization in Sun and Moon. Oh, okay. That's good. I can't wait for the next game. Sword and Shield? It's a decent amount of customization, but you can't alter how you throw out your Pokeball anymore. Oh, that's kind of lame, especially in a game where the way that people throw out their Pokeballs is so... Oh, I'm being... vacuum. I will be right back. I'm just gonna mute for a minute and just continue playing for now, I think. Or actually, maybe I'll take this opportunity to go get a snack. So I'll be right back. I did not unmute myself. Okay. See, this is why we check. I also want to make sure that the stream is still, it is, okay. I'm thinking about the guy that came in right at the start of the stream, said, first, help me with audio, followed, and then left. That was a very kind person, I feel like. A real one, yeah. Though I think they probably got sick of me using the first 10 minutes to get things set up. Which is fair. It perhaps maybe took a little bit longer than it should have. Ah well, I do this for my own enjoyment, so... They're still out there following me. Followers is kind of like a... kind of strange term, now I think about it. It either makes it sound like a cult, or like a... like a stalking situation, which like... I guess it kind of is. Stalker light. Also known as a Twitch subscription. Subscribe to Stalker Light to get all updates on your favorite streamers. I make this jump. Yep. I guess Stalker Light would be like the free version. Stalker Light implies the existence of Stalker Pro. That was an ambitious jump to try and make. Now 20% off? Wait, that's a steal. There was way too much sauce on the pizza. More timepieces. I do have enough to continue on here. Whoa. The stalking battle pass. Now with AI-powered software, you can stalk like never before. You know there would be an AI option. And it'd be like a worse version of a feature that already exists. Like the Google AI search, just telling you lies instead of showing you what you want to see. Which reminds me, I actually need to download like I'm sure there's a Firefox extension to just hide that shit. There have been times when, yeah, there have been times when I've like read it and I'm like, this seems like it's like interpreting something from like half of an article. And then I look at it and it's interpreting something from half of an article and I'm like, I teach my fucking grade 7, 8 students who are like actually 13 and 12 years old to not do that shit. And your million, billion, trillion, whatever search engine is doing it and you're calling it a feature. Like, it's very silly and genuinely harmful, actually. It's silly, derogatory. It is real and true and real. No, like, okay, genuinely, throughout university, I got compliments from profs on my writing and my grammar all the time, including on shit that I did not edit. And I'm like, if this is me not giving a fuck, right, and they're complimenting me on it, what are other people's grammar like? And then I got into the workforce, and I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, like, it's bad. And I'm not like trying to gas myself up here. Like, obviously, I'm proud of my grammar and writing skills, but like, you just think people would prioritize it a little bit more. Yeah, like, you genuinely, you think like it's communication is like the #1 skill to have, right? You can have no other skill set for the most part or be lacking, but as long as you can communicate what you want or what you need well, like, or what you can do, or just there's so much that it relies on. Like, if you're trying to sell something, that's communication. If you're trying to sell yourself to get hired somewhere, that's communication. If you're trying to sell yourself, as in you're trying to become friends with someone that you think is really cool, that is also communication, right? And like, especially today, we do a lot of this shit over text, and I don't know. It just seems strange to not prioritize it. Gonna go try and sell yourself. Good luck. But I mean, that is basically what you're doing, right? When you're applying to a company, they pay you for your time, energy, and presence. See, I feel like I'm like a whiz at selling myself. Like, I I once got a job I was absolutely not qualified for. They were like, you need to be able to speak French. It is a requirement for this position. Um, but like my previous experience was like working like fast food basically, right? Not quite fast food, but basically. And uh, I was like, the job I was applying for is like a customer service phone center communication type job. And I was like, yeah, I'm great at resolving problems among customers. Um, and I emphasized my experience like working cash. My sister in Christ, I worked cash maybe 15 times, but I worked cash. So I think it's mostly just about put yourself in the employer's shoes and ask yourself, like, if I was looking to hire for this position, what would I want to hear? And then think, okay, and based on what I've done previously, which part can I emphasize, right? Because like if you have worked customer service in the past, but you're not going into a customer service industry, then you want to emphasize like your problem solving skills um, and your communication skills and all of that kind of thing. Even if like all your customer service was over email, uh, whatever, that's still communication, right? Um, if you're going into a customer service position though, then you instead emphasize like, oh yeah, I was great at closing out calls quickly. Um, I always, made sure to wrap things up so that they didn't feel a need to call back or follow up again. Um, right? It's like basically you need to scam the company into hiring you. But like lying, yeah, lying though, like you can't lie. Because if you lie, that's like a slippery slope. Because they call your references or whatever, and they're like, what? No, they never had that position. And then you're fucked, right? Because now you're a liar. And they're not going to hire somebody who lies. Unless you're like applying for like a political position or something. Anyways, um, uh, I gotta go help my dad out with something quickly. I will be right back. Boo. My cursor! Who's the dummy who left the cursor on? I probably should have hinted for the other. Oh, I need to do that anyways, actually. Hint. Ooh, I've got plenty. I've got 2 or 3. Relic, burger, meat? Did you mean burger patty? Okay. Hint, relic, burger patty. At Mafia Town, top of... Oh! I've seen that one! And I can get it right now! Hell yes. That's the last thing I should need to be able to get the hookshot badge. We're kind of gaming? Well, I have 1 million notifications on Discord. Hold on. It's Player's message from like a fucking hour ago saying, what the fuck? And then Nails posting a... Oh my gosh. I'm getting taken so much shit. So much stuff is happening today. Okay. Where's the busted up tower? It's over this way, I think. I really was talking to myself there. What the heck? I do that all the time. I won't lie. I've done it in front of students before too, and they're like, are you talking to yourself? And I have to be like, yes, your teacher is actually crazy. But like genuinely, it's easier to think when talking out loud, so. No, I was talking to you. To be honest with you, I have once had a student say, who are you talking to? Well, I was talking to them, and I was like, you're really going places in life, kid. I didn't say that to them, but I was thinking it. Like, it wasn't like there could be a misunderstanding. Like, I was very clearly talking to them about something that they asked me about. That's the thing that always blows my mind. They'll ask me a question, I'll give them an answer, and then, like, I guess I'm right here, I might as well grab this over here. I'll give them an answer, and they just won't listen to the answer. And I'm like, why did you ask me the question if you're just gonna stop paying attention? It ticks me off, but it's whatever. They're still learning, they're still learning. Free money. And then I need to get the one down here, which is locked by the ice hat. This one right here. Oh my gosh, get in there! Okay. It's junk! Get me out of here. I can't just murder a child in class like that. Yes, I can. It's my classroom. I do whatever I want. Murder a child, throw them out the window. See, I say throw them out the window, but I've had students ask me before if they think they would survive. Yeah, in Minecraft, of course. I've had students ask me on the 3rd floor last year, do you think Octo, Octo, do you think they obviously use my name, but do you think I would survive if I jumped off the 3rd floor of the building? No! What do you mean? Of course not! Please don't jump off the 3rd floor of the building. I can't believe I have to say this. Don't do that. You're like, I think I would live. You will not bounce. Literally, but they're saying it to gravity. Burger. This is progressive burger. That little thing is why it's progressive. This is 0 build. You'll take fall damage. They would understand that. They get freaked out when I'm like, yeah, I play Fortnite. This unlocks Bon Voyage. That's the level I needed to go to, I'm sure. I can't beat Bon Voyage without the hookshot badge, but guess where I'm getting the hookshot badge? In Bon Voyage. So, I'll win. Yeah. Eat spicy. I think I took the longest possible route to where I'm trying to go here, but whatever, we'll get there eventually. Yeah, this leads to like the shipping. Nope, never mind, this is where I want to be. Somehow I don't know this level very well. Also, I do see that asset, but honestly the controller is just on me because I needed a spot to put it on the screen. And I didn't want to put it over gameplay, so I was like, I'll just put it on my let's put it on my model. But I think that asset you sent me like has a thing where it reacts with like what buttons you're pushing. I think that's pretty cool. Oh, could this be the hookshot badge? Wow. We also we equip that now. Oh, there's another relic. Crayon box. I already have one of the other crayons, I think, so I just need one more. Yeah, the one on screen right now is mostly because I do value having a controller input on the screen. Even though I don't know how much attention people pay to it. Oh, this arrow is pointing me towards. Let's see. Also, this hat unlock order has been like pretty good, honestly. The only, oops, I'm ice. The only hats I have left are time stop and sprint. And you always want time stop last, but if there needs to be that can probably be arranged. I'm not going to do it, but it could probably be arranged.
Attention, this is your captain speaking. Is this thing turned on? All passengers, please check in at the lobby desk. I'll be on board shortly.
Not me laughing at him saying, is this thing turned on? Oh no. I fear my brain may be fried. Oops. Yeah, I think the controller, like, thing is probably unneeded, but I like it, so it stays on the screen. What I actually need is a background of some sort, or like a easy on the eyes pattern or something to that effect. Oh, I'm blanking on how to get up here because I'm trying to go not in this direction, but you do actually do this to get up here. There we go. Yep. Well, a little bit of space, I guess, but let's hop in here. We are looking for Yakuza Metro after all. That is kind of our, other than just collecting more timepieces, that's legitimately like the only thing we need left. Balcony, honestly this check is probably not worth doing, but we're here, I'll do it for the timepiece. I would like to get the sprint hat pretty soon. Opens up a whole lot of movement. No, I bonked. I would have been able to jump down and get it if I hadn't bonked. They were also my favorite part of Mario Sunshine. I am a flood hater. I think the hover... Well, okay. I'm a hover nozzle hater. I think the hover nozzle is bad for Sunshine's movement because you have all these really, really satisfying, cool movement options in Sunshine, and it doesn't matter because hover nozzle is better. You can just hover. It's easier. See, rocket nozzle is cool because it has, like, it does the one thing that it does very well, which is launching you super high up into the air. But that's all it does. If you're trying to use it to save yourself, that's not going to work. If you're trying to use it for like distance, that's not going to work super well for you. You can like dive out of it for that a little bit, but like it does the one thing it's supposed to do. Like it functions like a power-up. It's cool. Turbo nozzle's the same way. Hover nozzle though is so like it just does everything. You want a little bit more height, use the hover nozzle. You want more distance, use the hover nozzle. You want to save yourself, use the hover nozzle. You grab the rocket nozzle or the turbo nozzle, you feel at a loss because you no longer have your hover nozzle. Like, I genuinely do think that it's bad for the game. I think the movement would be more fun without it. It's also slow. That's the other thing, right? You have to slow down to use it. And like if it was something like a here we go. If it was something like a Sonic game that incentivized speed running and beating the levels quickly, then sure, right? Then the hover nozzle is a powerful tool, but an over-reliance on it means that you'll score poorly. Okay. Except Mario Sunshine doesn't track any of that shit. So there's no incentive. So that just doesn't work. Came from outer space, big parade. Not in a rush to go to either of those levels before doing Arctic Cruise. Oh, I didn't beat the level, so I can't reselect it. I see. Okay, well then we'll do She Came from Outer Space. Collect the stuff here. And then we'll go back into the time rift. Yeah. Not to call Sunshine like a poorly made game or anything. I just have so many gripes with it that I just would rather play other stuff most of the time. Yeah. My favorite 3D Mario might be I think Galaxy? But I wonder if that's nostalgia. Because I haven't replayed Galaxy in a long time. I really also, when I replayed 3D World, I really liked it on the Switch. And of course Odyssey is phenomenal too. I feel like I like a lot of 3D Marios for different reasons. And despite all of that, my most played is probably 64. I think it's maybe the most replayable of the 3D games for me. And I don't think I'm necessarily alone in that feeling. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. You hear they are gonna stop making that series because the Olympic Committee would rather have them do NFT games instead with the Olympic branding. Like, literally imagine a timeline where you're like, okay, I could have Mario from Nintendo and Sonic the Hedgehog to endorse our brand, or NFTs. And you decide to go with NFTs. This doesn't make any sense. I know you're kidding, but I am considering banning you permanently for that one. Oh. You're saying Lamau like I'm joking. Is this a joke to you? Alright, I will probably do this one more level, and then I think I'll end things here. I did want to try and get through this in one shot, but I do have plans, and I feel like I should get ready for those plans. But we'll do this level. Yikes. The hit marker sound effect on the rifts is so funny. Ah, yes, Time Rift, Mafia of Cooks. That is what this level will be, surely. I expect to see Mafia and no walruses.
Are we ready to sail?
I was lied to. Imagine lying. Couldn't be me. I would never lie, especially not about what time the stream is starting. Wanna know what's crazy? I've talked about this before, but like I still, we are like less than 2 weeks from Switch 2 news. I'm so excited.
Please check in at the lobby desk. I'll be on board shortly.
Yeah, we're getting it April 2nd is when we're getting news, and I really do think it'll launch this year. No, April 2nd. Actually, I should go to the reception area now. I always make this mistake of collecting all the collectibles around the ship and then going to the reception last. But this is like a level where you have to explore the whole ship anyways.
Attention passengers and crew. The ship is
Yeah, I can see a Christmas release.
to fall off.
Like November, December type deal. I mean, it might happen next year, but They've been so careful with how they want to portray Switch 2 stuff that I can't imagine they'd be willing to like talk about the console and not have it in a state where it's like ready to go already, or like just about. Okay, check out the collision on this guy. Hold on. So you can get this check out of logic. Yeah, this is what I look like IRL actually. There we go. I should have looked up here before I did that. It's just pawns. Exactly. Now you're getting it. Alright, I do kind of have to go. I probably won't finish off this level for now. So we will finish up next time. The fun thing about AP is that, fun thing about AP is that we can just like pick right back up where we left off. Oh, and look who's live again, playing A Hat in Time. Enu is live again, doing some, or prepping to do some 110% speed runs. So let's pop in there quickly. I can't stick around too long, so I don't expect you guys to either, but as you know the drill by now. As always, I always appreciate it if you stick around for the raid. And this time we'll be catching her, starting her runs instead of like halfway through one near the end of stream. Okay, well, thank you for coming. Have a good evening. Bye bye. Thank you, I will. I'm bowling. Alright, I'm gonna click the raid now button. Bye bye.